Good morning, traders. This is the 8th of February, Wednesday. Probably should have got on a little sooner. Might have been able to provide you with this, but this is really how the strategies play out over and over again. And this is a classic reversal long off your daily pivot in what's been a very solid uptrend in this market thus far. So you can see how it kept bouncing. See how it just stayed above it, and then right after the open, they lure you into it, pinch it underneath, and then the buyers come in and take them up. Inevitably, I gotta believe we're gonna get this thing back to settlement up in the 70s, and I think from there we're gonna just have to pay attention to how the market handles these higher highs. It was quite a reaction yesterday. Yet again, the market seems to keep pushing the envelope to the upside. And you can just tell by that massive reversal that this market is really kind of on edge and uncertainty. They're just picking apart everything the Fed says or does. I think more of the rally might have been related to the State of the Union address more often than not. These markets tend to rally for the president-elect during these particular addresses, but the fact remains this market still continues to hold the significant levels, and you have to respect that. It held Monday, and yesterday was just an amazing day. I mean, they showed you early in the morning, and it stopped right at this price. It wasn't exactly a breakaway, but it was a profitable trade. Took a while, and then it wasn't until later in the day that thing exploded like a bit out of hell to the highs, and then all of a sudden reality set in, and they rammed them all the way back down underneath this MA and S1 or 2. I remember which was like 4,100 to the price, and it had a huge bounce off of that 4,100. It got up to 4,120, and it was a classic double bounce reversal. I mean, it went straight down to that same low underneath, which was the MA and S1, and it reversed instantly. And it was such an amazing long that it never looked back. It literally went straight up to almost 60 without even a retracement. So, I mean, this is why I talk about these locations, because if you're patient enough and you react to these particular spots, the payoff is so incredible that it's almost a week or two worth of trades. And this is why you don't have to really sit in front of your computer all day long. Take advantage of the opportunities that present themselves. It's not always going to come this cleanly, and it might take a longer time, but when it does, it's an amazing trade and it's extremely profitable. As for where we're at right now, you know, like I said, this thing is probably going to continue to work its way up. You can see, I mean, they're just really giddy, and they're going to take advantage of this early and push them back to settlement, which is somewhere around 75. I think it's a little shy of this high. You got these highs to deal with, and of course, you got the big number at 4,200. I continue to say this. It's not about doubt of the market being this strong and bullish. It's whether or not we can get investors and new traders to jump on board at these levels. And I think these are the kind of levels where you're going to see weakness and possible retracements that you got to be prepared for. So, if the market's marching, you got to be cautious about taking longs up in these extremes. The Dow is back over all the MAs again, and everybody's back on track to go higher. So I mean, you got to respect the market until you no longer can respect it. So that's today's analysis and some of the last 2 days. Pay attention to your moving averages. Pay attention to your pivots. I mean, this one is way up there. It was a 100-point rally. Your pivots are going to be extremely wide, and this one comes in just below the MA. So Pay attention. The daily pivot's going to be a big deal. If in fact we go up first and come back down, going to want to pay attention to what it does, even if it pushes all the way up to 4,200 again for a possible double top. I don't know. We're going to have to see. Guys, take advantage of the opportunities when they present themselves. I continue to emphasize the significance of the moving averages and your daily pivots in these markets, whatever you trade. ES, NASDAQ, YM, they all work relatively together. This one's awfully quick, awfully thin, as is the Dow, but the reactions are relatively the same. Guys, good luck trading. Have a great day.